Hello everyone, I am Shore Gorbani, the founder and director of Project Control Academy. I'm in San Diego at AEC International Conference, and today I had a chance to talk to several exhibitors in the conference who are providing the tools and solutions in project controls. And today I have the honor of talking to Natalia from Cleopatra and cost engineering. So thank you so much, Natalia, for giving us some time to talk about your tool and solution to the community.
Not a problem. No, thank you so much. I've seen a lot of your videos and everything, and about earned value management, and AAC, as you know, it's a very close knit community. So very exciting. No, thank you for the opportunity to talk to you.
I appreciate it. Thank you, Natalia. So before talking about Cleopatra, can you tell us about the challenges, based on your opinion, the challenges that project control professionals are facing currently in the industry?
Yeah, so especially after talking to so many people, a lot of the challenges that I feel people are having is the industry is moving so fast. What are we doing with all this data? I mean, right, we have project after project. We finish a project and then we have to continue with the next one, that the data, the lessons learned is lost. So a lot of people are aware of it as well, but it is a challenge to host and kind of keep that information. Where do we put all of our cost information? How do we benchmark against those that data? So basically, managing all our data. We're becoming faster and faster moving. Technology is so big, and how do we manage it? It's so much data. So it's
Exactly, very good point, Natalia. So in terms of, I know you came up with a solution, Cleopatra, but tell us how Cleopatra can overcome some of those challenges that you've just mentioned.
Oh, definitely. So part of our company, we're a consultancy firm. So we ourselves work on different projects, and we ourselves are cost engineers. So we have that knowledge, and we consider ourselves as knowledge providers. So we like to share what we've learned, and we do that not only through our services, but as well as our software with Cleopatra Enterprise. But we have a piece in Cleopatra where you can basically build your own knowledge base. So whether you're working on estimating or in cost, you built that. You have your breakdown structures in there. You contain all of your cost, your unit rates, all your object levels, and so forth. And what Cleopatra does, it houses that information. And we have a benchmarking module within our tool, which basically you can compare, have that information. You don't even need to think about it. It already keeps it for you. But basically, it tracks all of your projects within your portfolio. So you can do comparative analysis and stuff like that. And that's very important, things that people don't think about. So internal benchmark your own projects, basically.
Very nice, Natalia. So how about integration? Because one of the things that many people are looking for in a tool, based on the survey I have done, they were looking for an integrated tool that has not only cost, but also can be integrated with schedule, can be integrated with change management, information management, and other functions within project controls. Tell us how Cleopatra create that integration.
Yeah, and as I mentioned before, Cleopatra, it is a enterprise tool. So it's a one platform modular based system. So we ourselves have the module, the estimating module, where you can conduct all your estimates from your class 5 to your class 1. Owners like to use it to compare estimates because it's very robust. Like I mentioned before, you can put in your code of accounts type of thing, so we support that. Now, if you have the cost management module as well, it's an immediate link into your cost management. So with a click of a button, from your approved estimate, you can already create a budget.
Nice.
Where I already have my numbers. So it kind of closes the gap between your estimators and your cost managers because, well, the information is there and it has that feedback loop. And then with cost management, again, as I mentioned before, we have the benchmarking. You already got your forecasting, your numbers right, because we do integrate with SAP. We also integrate with other ERP systems, and when you talk about scheduling, we do integrate with Primavera P6 and as well as Microsoft Project, and that's a bi-directional integration. So we do have that, and like I mentioned, benchmarking. All that information goes into benchmarking. And from benchmarking, once you do your analysis, you can do a trend or regression analysis that help you build your future estimates. So it's a complete integrated tool, which would provide a lot of value. And what we were saying, those challenges, there's many tools out there, but how do you link it all together? But again, we do understand that there are other tools out there. Maybe some clients already have cost or they have their own way of doing things, but they need our estimating tool. You can just opt to have that flexibility of just having one module.
So then, for my own understanding, Natalia, then Cleopatra is mainly focusing on cost estimating and cost management, right?
That is correct. Yes.
Oh, okay. So not too much onto scheduling, but it has the feature of integration with scheduling too, right?
That is correct. Now, within the cost management module, with that scheduling, we have the ability of doing resource scheduling, or in a way somewhat of a resource management, but also with your cost components. You can definitely do time phasing with those schedule and assign different components in the schedule in your baseline, and you can see how those costs are extended through time. So we do work with that information. But we do have a module. But again, it's more for smaller scale projects. But the main takeaway, because we do work with CapEx and OpEx projects and turnarounds, is to have that tie-in with P6.
Okay, very good. How about change management? Because one of the challenges that most of the audience had was regarding the change management capability of the tool. They were looking for an automated change management, something that you can process change through the tool and get automatic approval. How about your tool, Cleopatra? Does it facilitate change management process?
We definitely take change management into consideration, especially in the cost management module, because again, you already are working in your project, so we need to take changes into account. So what Cleopatra allows you to do is that you can either create or import, if you have it on Excel, not a problem. But basically, you can manage your change register within the tool, and the beauty of it, so you have a list of all your changes, and you can assign different cost components, or the changes to different cost components, and again, you can basically see if that change, or select if that change is included within your revised baseline or in your forecast, because sometimes you get a change but it's not part of your forecasting. So we do work with those types of things in change.
How about the order of change, like scope changes, the change request, and going through the approval process, not just incorporating the change into your forecast or into your cost estimate? Have you built something in the tool that allows kind of automated change process in the system, something that, from the moment that you raise the change with all the forms like scope changes, all the way through the approval, and then incorporating the approved change into the cost?
I'm actually not sure about that when it comes to our tool, but we do consider But really what we do consider it on the cost level of things. We do have a workflow process, but it's more of an approval, make sure that this change has been approved and so forth, in that level.
Okay, very good. So how about the challenge? Let's say a company wants to incorporate Cleopatra into their projects tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tell us what would be the number one challenge that they would expect in kind of adopting your tool into their projects.
I think the main challenge with implementing any tool really is just really getting aligned within their own organizational culture, because many times we run into, all right, here's what you do and here's how we're going to do it, but they themselves within their culture are not aligned. So that's the first step, and what we provide is before we even implement, we do a needs assessment analysis, which basically we sit down with the group and we basically, before you even implement, let's make sure, and of course as consultants we want to provide some input, but to make sure everyone is aligned. And that is a big challenge that I feel that, there's many good tools out there, but a tool is a tool. If you don't know how to use it, the information that goes in, trash out, is the same thing.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay. How about the future of project controls? Where do you see the industry in the future?
Oh my gosh, so So basically, I'm very happy to say that, because there was a time that people were very resistant to change, and I'm seeing a shift in that, and people are very excited to take in changes. They understand technology is growing immensely, and as we mentioned, that we understand that we need to capture that big data. There's so many products out there, and Cleopatra is, one of the stronger points, I believe. And but the way I think in the future really is that I think we're being more open-minded. We're being more open-minded about artificial intelligence and stuff like that. So technology really, we're just going down that path, which excites me. It's very exciting. Like I said, there was a point that nobody wanted to even change, and they're stuck to their processes. But I think especially with conferences like here in AAC, we're starting to be more understanding. Wait, we gotta catch up with all this stuff. So really, that's
awesome. So you brought up a very good point, Natalia, talking about the artificial intelligence and big data management. So does Cleopatra have any roadmap in terms of considering the artificial intelligence and big data into their products in the future?
Yes, definitely. We do have that on our roadmap, and we've actually already started going down that path. For example, we've worked with, for example, Honeywell. They have their Unisim simulator tool, which is somewhat of an artificial intelligence, and as well as Schneider Electric Pro 2. So what we do with them is that, of course, they have that artificial intelligence, and what we do, we provide the estimate for it. So we can link up to their systems and create an estimate based on their information. So, but of course, there's still some more room to grow in that aspect.
Awesome. That's great that you're considering that in your product. So thank you very much for giving us your time and talking about Cleopatra. Thank you so much, Natalia. Thank you. I appreciate your time.